Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another J&T Show video here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about Smackdown.
Coming.
Thursday night Smackdown coming to the USA Network.
Yes. How?
Will that help Smackdown?
I think it has to.
It has
Bigger network. I think he's going to...
More audience.
Well, that's what I mean by bigger network. More audience. And also it's going to be on the same network that Raw. You know, they're going to be brother and sister. Brother.
Relatives.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Also, we don't know the schedule. It could be live.
That would be awesome. Although I don't think
it's going to be live.
Yeah.
But,
unless it goes to Tuesdays, which I don't think it will, but could be. That would be interesting.
Anyways, the point is, you know, they're going to be on even playing field. And if you put enough of a roster, maybe you are going to, you know, divide the rosters again.
No. Please don't.
Why not?
Take it back to the 2000s, man. Early 2000s.
Okay. Anyways, you know, I think you have enough of a roster with the additions that NXT are going to be, you know, coming by, but you know, they're going to be coming up.
Yeah.
I think you have enough people for two rosters.
But you see, I don't think it's necessary to do two rosters. I mean, I remember, you know, back in the 2000, 2001, we had the same roster, but for example, you had, I don't know, in Raw you had The Undertaker, Kane, you know, the main Avengers, and for example, The Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
But The Undertaker and Kane did not appear on SmackDown.
But you need the SmackDown roster to stand up on its own 2 feet, and that's the problem with SmackDown right now. There is no one that, you know, for example, John Cena. When John Cena comes to SmackDown, it's because, there's like a special appearance.
It's a big deal.
What happened in 2003, 2004? You had The Undertaker, who was there every week. You had, you know, Eddie Guerrero, JBL.
You know,
you had people who would stand up and made SmackDown relevant. I get it, the 2000, 2001 argument, you know, but unless they're telling us, you know, Raw and SmackDown are going to be equal. What happens on Raw will carry over on SmackDown, and you know
that is what I want. What happens on Raw carries out.
I just don't think they're going to do that again.
They should do it. I mean, why else would they bring SmackDown?
You have more touring now, and your stars cannot handle the. I don't think they can ask John Cena at his age, for example. You're going to be on both shows, so.
But he doesn't necessarily have to wrestle on both shows.
But that's the problem. If you're not going to have him on both shows, it's going to show that Raw is still the bigger show. And obviously, it will always be, but perception is reality. You need both shows to feel like equals.
Yes.
So give it its own roster, its own stars, and let it build.
So you would do the brand split again. So you would separate again.
Yes.
The WWE World Cup.
Yes.
I wouldn't do that.
We have enough people in the roster right now. And we have enough people on NXT that will come up. I think you can fill up both rosters very, 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 very easily.
Well, I do agree that you could, you know, there's enough superstars, enough names to do a brand split. I wouldn't do that because we just had a brand split like 2 years ago.
But that was because SmackDown sucked.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yes, John Cena needs to appear on Raw and SmackDown if you want to make SmackDown relevant.
But he can't.
He can. He doesn't need to wrestle on both shows, but he can appear.
He needs to wrestle.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
You know, in the Attitude Era, when we had Raw and SmackDown.
But John Cena is 38 right now. He's not going to appear. Yeah. And he's the star.
Yes, but you didn't have Stone Cold wrestling Monday, Thursday. No, sometimes he wrestled on Monday, he didn't wrestle on Thursdays.
And vice versa.
Just appeared.
And vice versa.
Yes,
but he's not going to do that. He's always going to be wrestling only on Raw.
Yeah, that's a problem. They need to balance out SmackDown and Raw. You need to carry the storylines. I mean, SmackDown
but that's
right now,
the thing. They won't. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they won't. But
and
hopefully, I think they should.
And since they won't, have your own roster.
Yeah. I mean, it's either one or the other.
Like, for example, I remember CM Punk versus John Cena. CM Punk became heel because he couldn't compete with John Cena being the face. What if you had SmackDown for himself?
Yes, exactly.
Face John Cena, face CM Punk, both, you know, carrying their rosters.
Well, that, you know, we did have Rock and Austin in the same roster.
I know, but it's different eras.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have that.
Yes, you could, but the scheduling does not allow you to wrestle.
Mean, you know, it's either, you know, or they decide to have the storylines, you know, balance out Raw and SmackDown, having them being both important, or you just, you know, separate the shows like you just said. Well, because SmackDown, we don't need a show that doesn't advance or doesn't mean almost anything. Because if you miss SmackDown, you're not missing anything. Sometimes you miss Raw and you don't miss anything. I mean, come on. So,
but that's the thing.
They should balance it out.
If I'm watching SmackDown, it needs to feel important, and the only way it feels important is if the stars wrestle. And if John Cena's going to wrestle once or twice a month, it's not really going to feel special.
No, but you could. I know.
Okay, for example, right now, brand split 3-3. Your 3 main stars versus 3 main. Okay, 6 main stars. How do you split Raw and SmackDown?
3-3.
Where are the 6 biggest stars on WWE?
Okay, you don't count Daniel Bryan right now.
Okay.
You have Cena. Okay. You have Rollins.
Okay, 7 then. Okay. Bryan included.
Okay.
Bryan. No, 8. Okay. 4 and 4.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Bryan, Cena, Orton, Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose, Ziggler, and
Sheamus? Neville?
Sheamus?
Barrett?
I don't know.
Jericho?
Someone else.
Okay, Sheamus. How would you split them? Cena Raw? The Bryan SmackDown?
Bryan SmackDown. Reigns on SmackDown. I would put
Reigns
on SmackDown. Rollins on Raw.
Okay.
Orton on Raw. No, I would switch. Reigns on Raw. Okay. And Orton on SmackDown with Bryan.
Okay.
Okay. You have Rollins on Raw. You have Ziggler on... No. We have Sheamus on SmackDown. Ziggler on Raw. And... Who else?
Ambrose.
And Ambrose on SmackDown. You would have to play with the heels and faces there because I think we only mentioned 2 heels. But
yeah, but my point is, you have enough stars. And you can also...
You have Bray Wyatt.
You can also split the divisions.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the Divas stay on Raw.
Yeah, well, we didn't have the Diva, a women's title on SmackDown, at the start.
Divas and women's because the NXT,
the NXT cruiserweights,
and SmackDown is more wrestling oriented.
Yeah.
Have the women's at SmackDown. You can keep your Bella Twins and your Total Divas. We'll keep the Baileys and the Charlottes and the Sasha Banks.
Yeah, unless you bring back the cruiserweight title.
I'll leave you I'll take the tag team titles. You can keep the cruiserweight.
Okay. Yeah, you could do a brand split, if you decide it. Yeah. But hopefully, hopefully they decide to balance it out. I don't think they will, honestly. But
brand split, or they're gonna give it a fair shot. Raw and SmackDown are gonna be equals.
Which
is easier? Equals.
I think it's easier to balance it out.
So they're both equals. Happens at Raw continues at SmackDown or brand split.
I think it's easier. I think it's easier right now, or it would be best to balance it out because, it's stupid. You had the brand split, you unified the titles, you got a new title, you got a new name for the title, and now you do a brand split again in less than 2 years. Come on.
That's not hard at all. That's not hard at all. And the product will be better.
It's like, decide.
And you would have more time to develop stars. That's the problem. On Raw and SmackDown, they're the same show, but those 8 people are the only 8 people that are going to be featured.
And that's what I'm saying.
What if Fandango had time to develop more on SmackDown?
I don't know.
Johnny Curtis is a really maybe. Or what about Tyson Kidd?
Maybe what you could do is not officially, but you split the brands in terms of the mid card, but you keep the main eventers balanced.
That's what they do right now.
The
mid card, Ziggler main event.
I never see John Cena, doing something interesting on SmackDown.
Exactly. That's why you need.
That's what I'm saying. You should, keep the main eventers in both shows, not necessarily wrestling both shows.
But like I said, you can't because they can't wrestle 2 nights in a row since SmackDown is taped on Tuesday.
But have a segment. Don't have a match.
I need a match,
or maybe a tag team match.
I need your stars wrestling,
or
just like they do on Raw.
I don't know. I would have, the balance.
I would brand split.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, what do you think? Brand split or just, one whole roster? Do we continue as we're going, or do we split again?
No, we don't have to continue as we're going. We need to balance it out.
Okay, balance it out. Let us know in the comment, what option do you think sounds more appealing? 2 world champions, 2 rosters, 2 different entities, or do we, go back to the
traditional times?
What is traditional times? Rock and Wrestling era, Attitude era?
No, when we had the original Raw and SmackDown.
99?
Yep.
2000?
2001.
Okay, let us know what you think. Do you have a big roster enough for that, or do you think the roster is too big for one show? Let us know in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe, like this video, share it, and that's pretty much it, guys. Yep. Have a great day, great night where you are, and that's it.